As a Substackaholic that I am, I have this habit of always highlighting quotes in Substack articles that I read and essays that I read and just making them into that those cute images that I have been sharing recently. And then I realized that a number of these quotes, I don't just find them profound. I have some thoughts about them. So I want to be sharing some of those thoughts with you. I do not own any rights to any of the words I'm about to read. They were written by other people. I am just giving my thoughts on them. Shall we? First one says, there's something bone deep exhausting about constantly shape shifting for the sake of belonging. You become fluent in other people's preferences, like an actor who's learned every script but forgotten her own voice. You get good at the performance, but the performance never ends. This was written by Janelle in The Slow Burn of Becoming Yourself. The website link is janelledodo.substack.com. One thing that I find particularly profound about this, especially if you have experienced any type of evolution in your life, that is, if you've evolved into becoming probably a different version of yourself. I've experienced that in the last 5 years. I have the kind of evolving I've experienced. 2020 me, let's say 2019 me would not recognize the person that I am right now. And it just really hits hard because in the beginning stages of your evolving, when you realize that, oh, the person that you are right now does not feel like yourself anymore, you no longer feel safe with the person that you are, you no longer have the same ideologies. There's a temptation in the beginning to try, and I won't say it's a temptation because you actually want to try. I want to say because it is very, very difficult to transition into somebody else. You initially try, you want to try. You want to see if, okay, maybe this taste in my mouth is temporary, maybe I can still adjust. And then if you are not careful, you will then slowly start to lose your voice. You start masking all the time and you have a whole identity crisis trying to identify, is this who I truly am? Because you want to belong. Because one thing about transitioning is you lose community. Not all the time. I mean, that was one mistake I made, right? But you lose community. You lose the community that knew you as the person that you were before. Just like it was written in Walk Worthy by Lohusa, right? People, I won't be able to say it verbatim, people have a problem with when you present yourself or when you happen, when you become, and they cannot record, like their brain has already fashioned you in a certain way. So when you're something else, that discomfort is what they project as rejection. So many times you lose community, and losing community is the hardest thing ever. Oh bloody hell! It is so hard. So it's tempting to just say, let me just be something I'm not, so that I will belong. Trust me, in the long run, it always sucks. It sucks like hell because the performance never ends.